Obviously, really, really cool day for our program. I'm excited for our kids, and I just kind of talked to our team. Just told them, I said, it's just crazy how in 6 years, starting with Maddie Sue Montgomery and Vanessa Shippey that are now on our staff in various roles, how far that we've come, and we still got a long way to go. But it was just kind of a surreal feeling to see our name pop up in a top 8 seed. I honestly felt pretty good here today. I've been looking at the RPI and trying to dissect that without getting too involved in all that stuff, but just kept looking at that and seeing us like just kind of after this weekend just being really cemented in that 5 seed. I had a good feeling that we'd be, I thought, 6, 7, worst case, and see your name up there at 5 and some of the powers that are ahead of you is just really cool. Really, really cool moment. Told our team I could remember the first moment. The first moment that we really had like this was that first year and not knowing if we were in. And I got a phone call about 2 minutes before our name popped up. It said, you guys are in. And so I had a little heads up. So I got to really enjoy the reaction from our team like I did here today. It was just really something that I'll hold on to for a long time. And just put it, another one of those moments like in the jar that you want to just keep having. And at some point in time when I'm old and gray, I'm kind of a little bit of both now, but still got a long way to go, I hope, in my coaching part. And we can reflect on all these things, but the moment was really cool and looking to build more. So we're super excited. Most important game of the whole year against Campbell. Like I told our team, it's exciting stuff, and I can't wait for Friday at 1.
And it might be some of that reflecting that you're going to do when you're older. But what does that tell you about your program to be the number 5 overall seed?
Well, I think Scott just continues to tell the story that something that I felt the whole time, and that we felt inside our room the whole time, that this team is really good. I've said this team is the most talented team that we've had up to this point here at OSU. They played like it. They're starting to become a team, which is maybe as important as the talent. I just think it just, on this day, it's the 16th of May. That's what the perception outside is that we're the number 5 team in the country. And we've got to go play like that. And that's all it means. It's just a moment in time, and we'll have our chance to prove that. Like I told our kids, doesn't matter who's over there on the other side, where it's a standard that we've created and that we need to play to. And if we play to our standard, we'll be really good.
It seems like in regionals in the past, when you've hosted, you've had at least one team that you're familiar with. I'm guessing there's a lot of studying to be done before this weekend.
Yeah, we're pretty familiar with Mississippi State. We watch them a lot. Obviously, they're in the SEC. Coach Jeff watches them a lot because his daughter obviously is playing in the SEC. And so he's seen them a bunch. I'm going to put Jeff on them, and I'll put Vanessa and Maddie Sue on one of those other teams. And then we'll sit down and formulate plans on Campbell first, but have an idea of who the other teams are exactly. But Scott, we're not a big crazy film team. Like, we do show our kids stuff, and if they want to see more, we do it. But we're never been a program that drives film down teams. I just keep telling them, if you'll just play to your standard, you'll be just fine. But you got to play to that, and you got to do that stuff. And when you're the top seed in your regional, you got to play like it. And we've got some experience in that now. We've been in the underdog role, but now we're gonna be in our second year in a row, or second. Well, I guess 2 out of 3, but only because of COVID. We know what that role's like, and I got a lot of kids who played on that 19 team on this team here, and they know what that expectation is and what that feeling will will be like. So, I'm happy that other people outside of us feel the way we feel, and our body of work backed it up.
Do you think any of the players were surprised to see the number 5 pop up? Was that a little bit of a surprise to anybody?
It's a good question. I didn't ask that. The reaction was awesome. It was a genuine reaction. It was real. It was excited. It was smiles. You know what I mean? But they were really in tune to who was coming. I kind of getting better at this now, not getting lost in the moment, but being able to enjoy it. Some, I want to enjoy it. I want to see their faces, and it's really cool. Even some of the kids who don't get to play a lot, to see how excited that they are is really cool. And I don't know. I think they thought we were going to be a top 8 seed. So whether they're more excited about being a 5 versus an 8, I don't know. We're down here in Brokimbo. We decided to take our team down here for a little getaway, little R&R. We're going to get some practice in tomorrow here. But I had some older kids who came to me and wanted to get away and do a little team building stuff. And we're going to do that and take advantage of this. And it really excites me that they wanted that. And it tells me that we're in a good spot. And so I think this team feels pretty good about themselves, knowing that we got to play good, though, to win.
So where are you going to practice, at the high school down there or the university?
We're going to practice at a high school here, Broken Bow High School. If the rain stops, we'll get outside. If not, we'll get in there indoor. Just to get going again, just to get the week going. We'll hit, probably have the pitchers spin the ball, play a little catch, and then we'll get back on Tuesday morning. We'll leave here early and then get back and get in our regular game week, which normally would start on a Tuesday. So we'll get this Monday, even though normally it would be an off day. We're kind of off now because we had Sunday off. So we've been down here all day today, just enjoying each other, and it's been a blast. So we'll get going just like that.
If you care to share anything in particular that you guys have been doing that's been fun.
We got down here. We've got a couple of our kids that live down here. So we went to one of our girls' homes, just walked. They have some acres, and we just walked around the pond, and they've got a nice little game room. So we were playing in the game room, just sitting out on the dock. A couple of us were fishing, and we're catching up on some phone calls, just kind of letting everybody just have their own space. Like, not, the one cool thing is these kids are always like, when you're in a team setting, they're always following a time schedule and always doing stuff, and and they got to be here this time. We just didn't put any time frames on anybody. They were I could tell they were kind of irritated that we had to leave. And I was like, well, we need to go get checked in to our cabins, and we had a dinner deal that we wanted to go to. So we went to a great pizza place here called Grateful Head. It's just an awesome pizza place. Had pizza and wings, enjoyed each other's time. We sat outside under their covered deck, and then we just went back to the girls' cabin and or awesome house overlooking the lake, and watched the show. And they're in there cooking and making desserts and stuff, and just doing what they do. And it's kind of cool to watch. Like, normally it's all, it's us running all around. We're getting all the meals done, and Logan Holt and Coach Pestrak are out chasing everything down, and they're in there making stuff and doing their own deal. I was kind of like, hey, let's get out of here. Like, let's let them be them and enjoy each other. And like I said, we'll practice tomorrow. We may go zip lining. We'll see what the weather brings. We're gonna do something. We may end up back at the same house and play games and pool and ping pong and shuffleboard and just kind of have a blast. So it's just a time for us to stay together. We're gonna rewatch the Dawn Wall, kind of what our whole mantra has been about the last 2 years. Pitch to pitch. We're gonna rewatch that as a group and kind of take notes and kind of talk about that and how that relates to our team and why the mantra is there, and how it correlates to us. And so, then we'll have another nice meal. If you're on my team, you're always going to eat well. So we're going to make sure that we eat good. You don't look like me, guys, unless you eat well. So we're just going to enjoy. I got the staff here in our place here, and we're going to just enjoy each other, enjoy time, and talk about what the week will bring us. And and that's what it's all about.